Hi everyone, and welcome to today's class. Today it's a very good idea to express your emotions somehow, to put them into words, maybe journaling or in a conversation with a good friend or a loved one, because the energies may catch you like being hypersensitive, so you really feel vulnerable and somehow affected, and this can very easily go into like negative emotion, or that you feel like nervous, vibrating, and you restless, and you can't really calm yourself down. So of course it's all about finding your emotional balance. So whatever is helpful for you, like being in nature, alone time, conversation, or journaling, do that. Yeah, and of course, it's always a good idea to process the energy physically, so this is what we're doing now. Very curious to see what we can do to help our body. Okay, so little toes in line with your hips or muscle line, little fingers in line with your shoulders, nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone in line. Sit bones together, and then it's like a fountain through the back of your head. Relax your knees and elbows, ribs together, navel towards your spine, and we're good to start with the reaffirmation of the upper arms. So I'm just having my arms hanging loosely, and this is the line for the arms in between the straight and diagonal out. So we just relax here, and now little fingers towards the spine, not too much, it's just loosely, and underneath or starting from underneath the delta muscle. Little fingers towards the thumbs. I'll show you that one in a moment. It's this one here, okay? So here we go, one more time, lengthening. Think long, entire fountain, meaning entire spine, just lengthening and releasing, three-dimensional. And now other way, thumbs towards the little fingers, just lengthening, lengthening, ribs together, lengthening and releasing. And thumbs towards the little fingers, just lengthening, lengthening, and releasing. Okay, good. Now to the end of the mat, lengthening, sit bones together, everything's long, and slowly going down, just relaxing. Just relaxing. And of course, you're not expected to do this. You can bend your legs, of course, and put some yoga blocks or books underneath, or put a chair here, whatever helps you. Okay, so everybody in their personal position, breathing in through your nose, and on the out breath from your sit bones to your head, lengthening, making sure you're not here. Yes, it can feel good for a moment, but breathing in the long run or longer run, it's not too good for your shoulders. And lengthening, just think the energy through your head, from your sit bones, long, and just release, okay? Let the blood flow back. And we're repeating it now with the turn of the upper body. So lengthening is key, as always, before we turn. Breathing in, on the out breath, lengthen, and now looking at my middle finger, describing the biggest possible circle, and it's just flowing, floating my arm. Yes, I'm not doing anything, it's all about the lengthening of the spine first, and then I keep thinking long while I'm following my arm, and lengthening, and coming down. And lengthening, and just letting the blood flow back, breathing. Okay, what about the stability exercise? Yes, we are to do that. Okay, so this starts in exactly the same position that you chose before. It's not for flexibility, it's for the stability of your lower back. So from here, parallel, we just bend the upper leg. You could of course be here, yes, perfect, no problem. And you think long, you think your back long, and then you think your knee like up into the air, lengthen your leg. If it's bent, you think long, doesn't matter. Yeah? It's just for thoughts. It's not about your physical expression of that. Yes? Lengthening. And as long as your thoughts of lengthening or visualization make a difference in your feeling, you keep going. If it doesn't make a difference anymore, change legs. Okay, so this is what we do now, change legs. So you are in your individual position, and that's fine. Just making sure your hips are parallel to the floor, long back, and release. And that you're not pushing. Yes, it's important. It's just floating, please. Yes? Okay, I also have to do that with myself and remind myself. Now we're trying, or we're thinking a little longer, and just see what difference that makes. Yeah, not turning the hip. It's also thinking of the center line and two parallel lines. And release. Letting the blood flow back. And other side. The stability that we have inside is projected in the outside. And if we do that on a physical level, it's already a manifestation. And so therefore, this exercise can really help you with manifesting more stability in your life. Yeah, I know it from personal experience and of course from all my students. And the guys are always right anyway. I think we can use that in these challenging times. So this is why we keep doing it. Yeah. And here is the next challenge, because they say we keep going, or we're going on with push-ups. So ladies' version is knees together, diagonal line from your knees to your head. And it's not about working up here, it's only relaxing your elbows, which are close to your body. And then sit bones head, so one diagonal line is what keeps you going. So you can come up from the fountain. The continuous moving fountain is how you get up. And lengthen. And take breaks. If you start relaxing your back, blood flowing back. If you start, do one, or only hold the position for a little moment, and then again, okay? So, when I'm now showing the gentleman's version, please do like one more, yes? Of course, if anything is too much because you are just starting, skip it, take a break, next exercise. So, gentlemen, little toes in line with your little fingers, it's just relaxing your elbows, and then the same thing, you just come up via your fountain, and it's not about how low you go, it's about the length behind your neck, entire spine, and the strength in your center. So the more strength you've got here for all this, that's what we're interested in and looking for, not for anything like this. And make sure you're not doing anything with your head. Therefore, think long behind your neck. Okay, a little variation for the gentlemen who get bored by doing this. You can send a little energy through your heels, and then the leg is balancing because we have energy going in different directions at the same time, which means balance. That's that's the result. And there's more balance coming up. Well, we are to balance our emotions, so here we go. You can do this either on the underarms, which is not necessarily easier, or in plank position. So I'll just show you both. This is the one on the underarms. You think really long and relax. And again, so it's not holding, this is holding, making yourself small, lengthen. Yeah, so really think of the fountain. I do one more. Lengthening. It's not about staying there for a long time. It's about your breath rhythm. Yeah? Okay, so one in plank position. Little toes in line with your hips or muscle line, whatever is wider. And then in line with your elbow, with your little fingers, and your elbows are relaxed. And make sure you're long behind your neck. And just let your breath flow, right? Okay, so start with the out breath, and then navel towards your spine, elbows are relaxed, knees as well. Okay, and release. Okay, always take little breaks. In my case, it's always blood flowing back. Okay, if you get a little bored, here are little variations to play around to see whether your muscle coordination can be challenged. Okay, so you can be here and you can just turn. So a little traveling, make sure it's not too high, diagonal, so this is relaxed here, shoulders relaxed. And other side, describe the biggest possible circle and take your time. And also when you go down, describe the biggest possible circle to make sure that your center, that the muscles in your center keep working. Yes? If I do it like this, see? I have to lengthen in all directions. Balance. Yes. Okay, so here, normally you can really see if I'm lengthening in all directions. Okay. Okay, other side. Let's see how my hip feels. Oh, it feels a little lighter already. Again, lengthening. And releasing. Yes, definitely getting better. Okay. I'm on a treatment for my nervous system now, a physical one. If you want to know more, you let me know. And this is, it's not chemicals or anything, but that's helping the nervous system and therefore helping the muscles. It's very interesting. So, okay, just relax a bit. Maybe you want to stretch out a bit, or give your legs a shake, and your arms. Actually, I'm filming this on the day of the new moon, so letting go for the new to make some space is, yes, what is called for. Interesting enough anyway. If you want to do a little bit more, head down, elbows closed, and just roll a little bit. This is also good for shaking up the energy field a little bit. Up. And it looks like as if we have a quite strong start because we're doing the backward balance. Again, also on the underarms, not necessarily easier. You can also bend your legs, and the task is not necessarily to get up your butt, but to lengthen from your sit bone through your head, lengthening. Okay? So let's see. Breathing in, lengthening, up. Making sure again that your neck is long from behind, not from the front, from behind. As the continuation of your spine. Yeah? Okay. So one more. And lower. And if you like, you can also try here. As I'm saying, not necessarily more difficult. You can bend your legs or whatever you need. Okay, so from here, lengthening, and releasing. Breathing in and lengthening and releasing and lengthening. Okay, if you like, you just try to lengthen and lengthen, but not up and down. Just think part of a circle, part of a circle. Yes? But only if you feel really stable and your hips are well parallel and lower. Yeah, the left leg has a little lock and then can't get up as much, but anyway, lengthen and lengthen. But it's more free than it was. I'm trying to keep you updated because if you watch me and you see these little differences, you may be very much more aware of the differences in your own body. Yes, it's one thing to feel it in your body and then to see it in someone else's. That's so helpful because you know what it feels and then you can see it. Okay, so let's get to that. Okay, so what's next? Right. Okay, we're doing the rolling up, rolling down, rolling over exercise, which we have not been doing for a little while, which is always interesting when they like keep doing certain exercises and get others out of the way. Okay, so from here, little toes in line with your hips or muscle line, the arms behind your head, and we're doing first of all the technique for the abs. So from your sit bones, lengthening to your head and nails in, looking forwards, and now lengthening from here, push with your head against your hands and just lower. Okay, one more, sit bones to your head, lengthen, coming up, just coming up here, and breathe in, on the out breath, lengthening, lowering. Here we go. Okay. One more time. Coming up. Now we start you rolling up, rolling down. I will show you first like a newbees version and then like a more advanced one, and you can choose between these both or between these two or anything that you can imagine in as a combination. Okay? So I'm sure you know what to do. Sit bones to your head, lengthening. Now I'm just taking my legs up, together. I'm thinking from my nose in one straight line up until my two big toes. Okay? So just grabbing here. You can also have one hand here to help your head, and now sliding out the legs as far as I can, trying to lengthen as much as I can, although of course I need to contract the muscles because it's an abs exercise. Coming up until sit bones, head, and then just seeing the line, just relaxing here. And coming up, and slowly lengthening, elbows relaxed, coming up, and lifting, whatever you can. Sit bones and heels in line, but it doesn't mean that you have to have stretched legs. You can be here thinking of one line, and then lengthen or keep lengthening, fountain, your upper body, and if you can go over, if there is no problem here, nothing feeling weird, tense, etc., you can go over. You don't have to have stretched legs for that, and keep lengthening. It's very normal when your head wants to come up at the beginning, right? So just think long and let it freely come up as it wants. And with the practice, everything, the entire spine gets longer and longer and longer, and eventually it will stay on the floor, okay? But don't force it, don't tense it. No making the body do something, but lengthening, thinking. Yeah, and then from here, of course, again, we start again. We think of a little massage for feet, coming up, down, up, lengthening. And if you can't go back, because it doesn't feel right, don't do that. Just lengthen here, lengthen here. We'll just be here for a second and we'll be back, so we do it all together. Okay? So, whatever you can, how you can lengthen, that's perfect. Now, the other version is from here, little fingers in line with your shoulders, describing the biggest possible circle coming up, breathing in, sit bones to your head, no lifting, lengthening behind your neck, arms down, relax your elbows, foot massage, lengthening, and then try to lengthen, 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 coming up here, relax arms, keep lengthening when going forward, and just whatever you can do here, nothing like this, yeah, elbows relaxed, so the shoulders are relaxed, coming back up, lifting here, sit both head, lift the neck length, now from here, bending, legs in, coming up, and over, as you can, or not, yes, lengthen. If there's any doubt, don't go over, okay? And then I'm bending again, sit both head, lengthen, down, forwards, okay? At the end there's a little extra, but I will let you know, okay? So now choose your version and we do 3 repetitions, okay? And then a little extra at the end if you like, if you can go over. If not, take a break. Very short. So now we start doing 3 times. Okay, lengthening, coming up, sit bones towards your head, lengthen, coming up, and forwards, and lengthen, and backwards, and bend your legs in, and up, and over, and coming back, and in, sit bones towards the head, lengthening, lower, and lengthen, coming up, and over. Just make sure you're not doing it too fast. Yeah, this is a little too fast. Go slower. You can always stop the video. Lengthening, up, and back, and coming back, and in, and sit bones towards the head, lengthening, elbows are relaxed. If you need to, just help yourself, yeah, everything's cool, ground here, whatever you need, lengthening, lengthening. Always think long, yeah, and not coming up straight, nor trying to bend too much, just trying to bend as much as necessary. Okay, so lengthen, and up, and lift, and over, and now this time we're lengthening one leg, as I'm saying, repeat myself, only if there's no problem here, right? So when we're lengthening here, and biggest possible circle to come down, and lengthen the other side, lengthen, 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 biggest possible circle to come down, and again lengthen, and lengthening, and one more, lengthening, and slowly lower, just lower, lengthen, and feel the back. Wow, okay. Actually, this should not be happening, but I notice it always happens to me. Just relax your back when I'm really trying to lengthen. I'm ending up more in that direction. Okay, so whatever you need to just relax your back, just do that. Okay, and now they are telling me that we're doing the double attitude exercise, sitting. Okay, so here we go. One leg in front of you, the other leg backwards, and it's like you're thinking it around yourself. The idea is not to lift the leg, the idea is to lift your upper body. We're only sitting on one sit bone, by the way, the other one's in the air. And as your leg is attached to your body, with the lift of your body, your leg either lifts or doesn't. If it doesn't, no problem. So, lengthening your upper body. And again, up, and release. And again, up, and release. And one more to make 4. And release. Up here. Now, I'm lengthening my leg. It's turned in, not like this, here. And the same thing, lengthening from the sit bones or fountain, and then the length of the leg, and release. And again, lengthen, and release, and lengthen, and release, and lengthen, and we've got one more. Okay, now going down on the underarm, one line here, and then lengthening this arm, but relaxing the shoulder, meaning relaxing the elbow, focusing on those 2 lines. So it's about up and away. Okay, so here we go. And release, and lengthen, and release. And lengthen through the head, yeah? It's all about the fountain. Lengthen, there is the strength. Okay, 4 times. So now from here, lengthen and turn while lengthening. And see if you can get as parallel to the floor, to the mat as you can. Coming back, lower. Lengthening, if your leg does not adjust the arm, if your back does not, your leg does not lift, fine, leave it on the floor. Lengthen, just make sure that your upper body gets longer. And up, and over, and up, and down. Now, biggest possible circle to stretch the hip. All right, you see that? Last time it went straight up. Now it wants to, and there is tension, but it's different. Wow, so grateful, so grateful. Okay. Amazing what a little impulse for a nerve does, working over a week. Okay, so other side, both legs bend. Make sure it's not uncomfortable, yes? Okay, so here we go. Lengthening and lowering. And again, lengthening, upper body. No, here it has to be long. Lengthen and release. One more. Lengthening. Okay, now lengthening the leg. Lengthen and lengthen and lengthen and lengthen. I think that was 4 times, so we're on the elbow and here is the arm. Okay, so lengthening. Just make sure you've got it all parallel to the front wall. Lengthening. Energy comes out of your head. Lengthening. And one more. I think that makes 4. And release. Okay, so now from here, lengthen and turn. And lengthen, turn, coming back, and lengthen, turn, coming back, and lower. Now, biggest possible circle, lengthening. Yes. Yeah, there's less tension than there was before, so we're grateful. Okay, so just relaxing the back. Yes, and they say, I thought they forgot, and we were not doing this, but no, they were just playing a little trick, doing one exercise in between, right? So next is scissors, and you can either do that here on the floor, even with bent legs, arms next to you, so you've got your center line and 2 lines at the side, and when you open your legs, try to lengthen, and to think opening them equally, navel in. Yes, so it's like lengthening, opening, lengthening, lengthening always, not only the legs, but the fountain and coming back, right? Because that makes all the difference. Okay, so if you can do a camel position, and there's no problem here whatsoever, having your legs up there, making sure you open and close them, well, you open them equally, yes? Here we go. The leg coming to your head is easy to match. The other one is the interesting one, okay? So here we go. The leg that's going back is the one to focus on. And coming back. Lengthening. And here we go. Okay, now one more, lengthening. Yeah, I can see that the tension is getting released. So it's like I'm getting my flexibility slowly back. So grateful. And lengthening. And lengthening. Okay. And slowly lengthening, and release. Okay, good, well done, that's what they say. So whatever you need to finish the class is here. Good, right, great. Thank you very, very much for participating in today's class, and of course for being here. And if this helps you, please help me and my guides to help you all more with subscribing to the channel, and also there's a daily dose that you find on Instagram at Heike Dance, and weekly energy updates on Heike Bartels on YouTube. So yes, just spread the love and help everyone through these challenging times, physically, mentally, emotionally. That's what we're here for. Lots and lots of love, and have a beautiful day. I see you for the next workout.